Hello everyone, I am Dr. Riddhi Lalan, author of Dental Material Mind Map book and a prosthodontist, and today we shall be talking about one concept that's very confusing. It's nothing but tarnish and corrosion. So what exactly comes to your mind when I say a material has undergone tarnish and a material has undergone corrosion? What do you think is more problematic? Let's actually decode this using a small story. So this is a story about two twins, okay, named Tarnish and Corrosion. They had their own peculiarity. They had their own features. And the king was actually supposed to decide whom he actually wants to give his kingdom to. So he started evaluating both the brothers here. Tarnish was somebody who loved art. And he actually liked discoloring and adding and doing all these things that would change the structure. But he was not a very good artist. What would happen is that layer would look dull. It would start looking unfinished. It would actually look not that great. And it was not appreciated by people. So people started calling him a bad artist. People started actually not accepting his art form and putting him away, telling that he had no talent and he was just leading to destruction. On the other hand, the second brother, who was the grumpier one, was not just interested in art. So he had friends like moisture, salts, electrolytes, who would actually, teach him bad things. And then what he would do is actually not paint or just cause surface discoloration, but he would actually destroy the material from within. And that would lead to severe destruction in forms of pits, rust, corrosion product, which would ultimately lead to weakening of metal. So the king now came to know that Tarnish was the better brother. Although he was a bad artist, he was not actually degrading and destroying the material. On the other hand, Corrosion was the one who was really grumpy. He led to breaking of the metal. He led to broken and degraded substances. So it was appearance and bad artist versus the grumpy, bad accompanied, bad friends person. Whom do you think should be selected as next king? It is Tarnish, because you can remove the surface corrosion, but you can never actually make what has already been degraded. So coming to our point of Tarnish and Corrosion, I hope it's now easier for you to understand that tarnish is a surface phenomenon. It's not actually degrading the metal. There is a thin layer of discoloration that is formed, which will be actually because of the reaction with environmental elements, which would lead to dull, unfinished and discolored appearance. Corrosion, on other hand, is much deeper and aggressive. It's like the grumpy old brother who's actually leading to destruction. There are multiple types of corrosion and we would be studying about it in the upcoming next lecture. What can be the cause? Nothing. Tarnish is actually because of the oxidation and reduction of sulfur containing compounds in the air. So it is the redox reaction that leads to discoloration and dull finish. While on the other hand, exposure to bad companies like moisture, acid, salt, electrochemical reactions and electrolytes actually promoted the grumpy nature of the brother, leading to discolor, degrade and destroy the material. So now, what is the extent of damage? We know that the first brother, although he was a bad artist, he was not causing any real destruction. It was just the outermost surface that was being destructed. On the other hand, corrosion penetrates much deeper into the metal and causes multiple problems like damage, degradation, pitting and material loss, eventually leading to breakage of material, which is the real damage here. So I want you to understand that it's tarnish that is still treatable but corrosion will lead to permanent damage. How is tarnish going to appear? It's going to appear dull, unfinished, at the same time discolored, but corrosion, depending on which metal has reacted with the environmental factors, it's going to take up the color. Iron usually appears reddish brown, copper usually appears green, while aluminium has white powdery kind of substance that goes onto it. It is usually rough, pitted, flaky and porous, which ultimately leads to compromise and degrading of the overall properties. Reversibility, now I know that because this is just related to the surface, if I use things like mild abrasive, chemical dips and electrochemical processes, I can remove the upper layer. So anything that can remove the upper layer will actually be treatable and reversible. But at the same time, corrosion, which has penetrated deeper and corroded the material and caused permanent damage, is going to be irreversible. So if I have to say that I want to prevent tarnish, what I need to do is, I don't want the materials to react with the environmental metal. So I need to store it properly, use coating so that it does not tarnish, and I will keep them away from sulfur-containing substances. On the other hand, corrosion is something that needs to be prevented and taken much more care of because it's irreversible. So you either need to galvanize it, so you coat it with zinc, which will have a protecting layer onto it, which will not lead to reaction of the metal to any of the moisture, acid, salt, electrochemical substances. Then you apply protective coating or use corrosion resistant alloys. What is that one metal that gives passivating effect? If you know what it is, quickly comment down into the comment section and let me know if you have understood this. So what are the examples? Amalgam does undergo tarnish. On a longer run, it can also undergo corrosion. But one thing, non-precious metal alloys undergo corrosion very easily. But precious metal alloys do not undergo corrosion because they are not that reactive. This was about your tarnish and corrosion. If asked for 5 marks, I think you have enough content to write a good quality answer. Galvanic corrosion occurs when? So when I say and talk about galvanic corrosion, it's very important for DM. It's important for cons as well. And if you need to learn about this, you need to watch next video because there is a fun comic and story coming up. Should I tell you the answer right away or should we wait? Okay, let me just tell you. When there are dissimilar metals that are used in the oral cavity, one of them converts into anode, one of them converts into cathode in presence of electrolyte and starts generating current, which leads to galvanic corrosion. Which factor does not increase corrosion in oral cavity? Low pH, acidity will increase corrosion. High oxygen concentration will again increase corrosion. Presence of electrolytes, a facilitating factor. Homogeneous metal surface. Now I know if the metal surface is same throughout, there are chances that I can prevent corrosion. So this was about tarnish and corrosion, and if you have liked the video, don't forget to actually press the thumb icon and like it and comment down which should be the next lecture or what you want to learn next, and I will make that video for you. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Go download the app today and we will get back to you. Also, if you want to know which books to purchase, whether it should be DM, cons, endo, prosto or anything related to dentistry, you can call on this number and our experts will get in touch with you. I'll see you in the next video.